Let me put this in better perspective. If you were to go to Google and type in, what is an example of a bonehead decision? There would be a picture of Nico Iamaleava pop up. Look at this comment. Oh, man. Does he know? Does he know? Get that money, young homie. Do y'all want to tell him or do you want me to? To Mr. DJ Goonie, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he actually lost money. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Easter. Hope all of you having a great weekend. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, the breaking news that just came out. Nico Iamaleava, he's announced where he's heading. Like some others out there, I thought he'd go to this school, but now it's official, so we can break it down and talk all about it. Oh yeah, I do apologize. This video is going to be uploaded a little later than I want it to. I'm recording it right when the breaking news, it just came out. However, I'm going to eat for Easter with the family, and then when I get done with all of that, going to my mom's house, I'll be back to edit the video, then we'll upload it. And let me tell you something, nobody, and I mean nobody, can cook macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes like my mom. Best in gaming, I don't even think it's close. I also don't think I'm being biased either. You can ask my mom for yourself. I'm not sugarcoating it or anything. If she cooks something that's not good, I'm going to tell her straight up, yeah, this isn't good. It's awful. Y'all know how I am. I don't care if you're my best friend. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If you're wearing a shirt and you ask me, hey, Matt, is this an ugly shirt? If I think it's ugly, I'm going to tell you, yeah, man, it's ugly. Take it off. I digress, though. That's neither here or there. I'm just giving you some context as to why this video is being uploaded a little later. Hope y'all understand. With that being said, let's get into the nit and gritty. We're not going to beat around the bush, none of that. You can see right here on your screen, breaking. Nico Iamaleava is transferring to UCLA, he announced on his social media. Like we talked about in some recent videos, if I had to give you my best educated guess, I thought he was going to go to UCLA with North Carolina and Tulane dropping out, and yeah, that's where he's heading. Congratulations to him. We'll do a nice little golf clap. From everyone I talked to, the number's 1.5 million. He got 1.5 million doubloons to go to UCLA, and I can already see him. Everyone's flying to the comment section. I see you, Timothy and Bobby. What the crap? The main reason he left Tennessee in the first place is because he wanted $4 million. So you're telling me, Matt, he took a pay cut to go to UCLA, a team that more than likely is not even going to make a bowl game? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Exactly. Word for word, bar for bar. It's pretty funny how all this worked out. He left Tennessee because he thought, or his representatives, more so of his dad, Big Nick, thought he was worth $4 million. Come to find out about a week later, he took a pay cut. Not exactly the most business savvy thing I've ever seen, but hey, like we say on the channel, it is what it is. What just happened to Mr. Nico Iamaleava will be studied in business classes and finance classes. I guarantee you that. Rule number 1, don't get greedy. And what's funny is, I'm sure some of you have picked up on this and noticed, his family has now tried to spin the narrative once they figured out they weren't going to be getting $3.5 to $4 million like they wanted. It was no longer about the money. It was, oh, well, it's more so about the right fit, the right system, the right scheme. Have y'all noticed that too? I can't let that slide. They try to flip the narrative. And also another thing I just thought about, a couple of days ago on Instagram, remember how we talked about Nico was mocking and trolling Tennessee fans and just people in general, and also denying the Josh Pate report that he sat out, or was, my apologies, was thinking about sitting out the playoff game. I guarantee you, that is when the deal with UCLA was finalized, and I'll explain why. Right when he left Tennessee and he was in limbo, hasn't signed a deal yet, and his NIL value is going down tremendously, he wasn't saying a word. Why was he saying a word? Because he got nervous. Fast forward time to him posting that on Instagram, I guarantee you that was only a couple hours after him and UCLA, they agreed to terms and they were finalizing the deal. We see it in sports all the time. Before a game, if somebody's talking trash and they're getting beat during the game, it's crickets. It's silence. Why? Because they know they can't run their mouth because they're probably about to lose. That's what happened here. The greatest analogy I can give you is this is the equivalent to trailing in a basketball game with your best friend. You're playing till 11. You're down 9-7, 9-6. And you wind up winning the game 11-10. And after you win, that's when you start talking your trash. Like Michael Jordan said in the Last Dance documentary, anybody can talk trash when they're up. A real man can talk trash when they're losing. I'm not advocating for anybody to talk trash. I'm just saying, I bet that's what went on here. Once he got that money from UCLA, he felt like he could throw some jabs out there because there was nothing to be nervous about anymore. Look at this comment. Oh, man. Does he know? Does he know? Get that money, young homie. Do y'all want to tell him or do you want me to? To Mr. DJ Goonie, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he actually lost money by going to UCLA. Another thing we got to talk about is in Tennessee, he was getting $2.4 million. That's with no state income tax. Now, he took a $1 million pay cut. He's getting $1.5 million, and he's going to pay way more in taxes. And also, if I had to give you my best educated guess, the cost of living is way more up there than it is over there than in Knoxville, Tennessee. And even more importantly than the money, I've said this since day one, you're going to a worse football team and program. UCLA sucks. They may not even make a bowl game this year. And it is so important, especially as a quarterback, if you think you're great or have the potential of being great, to play with other great players. Why? Because it's going to elevate your game and make you look 10 times even better than what you are. The greatest example I can give you, and I know you're tired of it, is Mac Jones at Alabama in 2020. Take nothing away from Mac Jones. He is or was a good quarterback at Alabama. I know he's struggling in the NFL, but that's NFL talk. We're talking about college football. At Alabama, Mac Jones was one of the best quarterbacks in the nation in 2020. You know why? Because number one, he was good himself. Let's not discredit him. He wasn't trash. He wasn't average. He was a good quarterback. But the main reason he looked so great and was putting up 2019 Joe Burrow numbers and had a Heisman season himself is because of the team he was playing on. That 2020 Alabama team on the offensive side of the ball alone was loaded. You're talking about first-round wide receivers everywhere. Najee Harris, he finished top 5 or top 6 in the Heisman voting. The offensive line was impeccable. Chef's kiss. He had all day throwback there. That's why he looks so good. It's easy to play quarterback when you have all the time in the world and you have great wide receivers to throw it to. When is it hard to play quarterback? For example, when you're a guy like Shedeur Sanders and your offensive line is bunzos, the only thing that helped Shedeur Sanders out is he had good wide receiver play when he was at Colorado those 2 years. Travis Hunter and some of the other guys. I'm not going to sit up here and say Tennessee had some Jerry Judys, some Henry Ruggs, some Julio Joneses, Amari Coopers, guys like that, but they had good wide receivers. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I don't even know a wide receiver that plays for UCLA. They may have a couple of studs. I haven't done my digging and research. That's on me, but I have no idea who's going to be throwing the football to. And the main reason for that is, this is the cold hard truth, I am a college football advocate. I mean, I'm not going to say I know everything about college football, but I'd like to say I know a lot. I don't know much about UCLA. Like, in depth. I know they're not a good football team. I know their offensive line isn't too great. But as far as it goes for their defense, you know, like kickers. So I don't know anything about them. Why don't I know anything about them? Because I haven't cared to, because you guys don't care either. Where I'm trying to go at with this, is there any relevant football program? Why in the world would anybody with a competitive bone in their body, and this is where I question Nico's competitiveness or his family's competitiveness, why would you want to go to UCLA? You're going to be competing for nothing. Zilch, Zada, nothing burger. But from that standpoint alone, I don't understand it. At Tennessee, you made the playoff last year. I know you laid an egg, but you still made the playoff. And this year, you had a great chance of doing the same thing. Now you go to UCLA. What's going to happen there? You're going to get sacked a bunch. Offensive line is doo-doo cheeks. You're not going to have as great running back play or wide receiver play as you had at Tennessee. To go on top of that, I haven't watched too much film on them. Haven't been keeping up with them too much. I'd like to assume their defense isn't all too great either. So what does that mean? Well, you know how Tennessee's defense kept them in the game against Alabama when Tennessee had 3 turnovers in the first half? That's not going to happen at UCLA. You're going to have to score 40 points per game to have a chance. Not even a for sure win, but a chance to win more than likely. So let's think about what has transpired for Mr. Nico Iamaleava. You're taking a major pay cut. We're not talking about a couple $100,000. We're talking about $1 million pay cut. You're going to have to pay more money in taxes. Your cost of living is going to be through the roof. And oh yeah, you're playing for a significantly worse football team. Let me put this in better perspective. If you were to go to Google and type in, what is an example of a bonehead decision, there would be a picture of Nico Iamaleava pop up. I guarantee it. This one right here, to be exact. It's a bonehead decision. Terrible, terrible, terrible from all aspects and areas. I'm wishing the best of luck. I hope it works out, but me and you both know it. His path to the NFL has gotten a little more difficult. Let's see what he had to say on Instagram. Haven't even seen it. You're going to get my live reaction. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for his grace, for continuing to bless my family, and for allowing me to live out my passion each and every day. To the amazing people in Knoxville, thank you for embracing and uplifting me through my time there. I'll be forever thankful for the support you showed me every step of the way, and I'll always cherish the relationships I built there and the memories I created with my brothers. I believe with all my heart that I gave my all as a volunteer. I'm truly grateful for the time I had at UT. My journey at UT has come to an end. This decision was incredibly difficult and truthfully not something I expected to make this soon. But I trust God's timing, and I believe He's leading me where I need to be. Even though this chapter is ending, a new chapter has begun, and I'm committed to UCLA. The one thing that stuck out the most to me is this. This decision was incredibly difficult, and truthfully, not something I expected to make this soon. What do you mean, not something I expected to make this soon? The way I perceive that, I could be wrong, but it's the way it comes off to me, is he's saying I didn't expect to leave Tennessee this soon. So was this always a part of the plan? Was he expecting to leave next year? I mean, what is he trying to say? I'm not trying to make anything out of that statement, but that's how it comes off to me. I could be completely wrong. What is this? This is from a Tennessee fan. We won. Ha 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 ha. This bum is gone. Buddy, you're in a worse situation or just as bad as a situation as Nico Iamaleava. What are you talking about? What do you mean you won? You have two quarterbacks on your depth chart currently, and they're both freshmen. Tennessee is no joke, staring a 7-5 season at best down the barrel. You ain't win nothing, buddy. This is the definition of a lose-lose. Nico lost, and so did Tennessee. Many more things I can say. We're going to end off here. Let me know your thoughts down below, but